Shalom, shalom. I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, Shem Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS to rule and teach well, and salutations to all you Akim out there doing this work in truth and sincerity. Um, Today's topic is going to be, certain turmoils, different wars that are fought, and what's going on in the world today. As far as the nations are gathering military might. And, this is just a powder keg ready to explode. That's what it is. It's a powder keg. And so, we know that the Lord is with us, and we're going to strive for the mastery daily, you know, to do the best that we can do to please Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, because that's what it's about. And so the things that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah likes and he delights in, we are to do that to the fullest of our ability, because Jacob's trouble is right around the corner. And so with Jacob's trouble right around the corner, we are to ramp up spiritually and to take part in Yahbashim Yahusha's field and be a good workman for Yahbashim Yahusha, doing all that we can do so that we can stand before the Most High, knowing that we did His work to the best of our ability. And so we're going to we're going to start out with 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 5. And it reads, if a man also strive for masteries, yet is he not crowned except he strive lawfully. And so to strive lawfully is to, follow the laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, and not waning in faith, because faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. And so knowing that faith is a substance of things hoped for, you have things that are intangible. Faith is intangible. The spirit is intangible. And so you can't touch it, taste it, smell it, see it, feel it. You can't do any of those. You can't hear it. And so, since knowing that we can't do any of those particular things, then you know, that's that's uh that's left up to the spirit. And so the spirit is the driving force that drives the body. And the world teaches the exact opposite. The spirit that's given by Yahweh is a spirit that dwells in you. And so, being the Lord's people, this is speaking to the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans and the confusion of faith scattered abroad. The kingdom of heaven, the world was built for you, okay? since the world was built for us and the kingdom was built for us, there are certain guidelines that's required before receiving the kingdom of heaven. Okay, and so since we were at fault with the first covenant, which is obeying the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh, since we were at fault and we what's up since we broke the commandments, then then there is a lot of things that need to take place in order to reconcile that. So we're gonna reconcile these particular things, then we need to be diligent and to, basically, number one, feeling sorry that we as a people and we as an individual broke the law, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father. And so the recompense, the judgment for breaking the laws is death. Okay, ultimately. Okay, and so let's get that. Let's go to First John. Slakia, can give me one moment. This is First John chapter 5, verse 17 reads, all unrighteousness is sin, and there is a sin not unto death. We know that whosoever is born of Yahweh sinneth not, but he that is begotten of Yahweh keepeth himself, and that wicked one touches him not. And we know that we are of Yahweh, and the whole world lieth in wickedness. And so you have to understand that the prophets of old, um, when they were given an inspiration, when they were given things to write down by Yahweh, then these things were written down, and they were written down. I'm roughly, roughly throwing a number out there, 2,000 years ago. A little over 2,000 years ago, and so we see the fruits of the labor of the prophets of old, and we see their faults, and we've seen what they've done, and we've seen that these people are chosen. And so we are to strive to be saved. We need salvation. That's you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We need salvation. We don't have salvation, we're pretty much doomed. And so, this is a cry out unto the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to get right before the ultimate day of destruction. Okay? And in the ultimate day of destruction, you're going to have Jacob's trouble. Okay? You're going to have wars, rumors of wars. You're going to have pestilence. Okay? You're going to have famine. You're going to have kingdom against kingdom, neighbor against neighbor, and the list goes on. And so, this is something that we need to do our best to take part in. Okay, the Lord is coming back, and He's bringing life to those that live in Him, and He's bringing death to those uh, to the wicked. And so that would be 2/3 of our people. Okay, 2/3 of our nation will not partake in the first fruits of the kingdom of heaven. And so with that, I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, Hashem Rakakadash. Shalom.